morning, everyone. It is a Friday today. Very cold, -2 this morning. Very frosty and foggy. Can't see a lot of town. It's quite greyed out, but still we've got the lovely, the blues and stuff going on in the sky where the sun's just coming up. How are we all? Hope you're good. We've got T5 in today, Justin's T5. Well, I say that, we've got to strip the head unit out of the cube first. That's what we're doing first off. Get the head unit out and camera out so it's ready to go into the T5. I'll replace the unit in the cube at some point. It's not important. Getting it installed into the T5 is. And we've got to have a look at the PDC, find out what's going on with the rear one, because that's not happy, so I may need to plug into it with the old VACCOM. We'll also do a check on the steering controls. There are various things you can do for coding stuff in like that, but I tend to not, tend to avoid it if I can. Why are you running down the road with your hood up, you donut? Get on the pavement. Then this afternoon we've got the Corsa back in. I had a word with Mike yesterday from Pioneer. The issue we were having with the Pioneer was the Corsa we did last weekend with the Kicker subs. We used a speaker feed input, obviously because the head unit doesn't have RCA leads, and I ran an ignition feed from the fuse box. The only downside is I think what I can only assume, and Mike said the same thing as well, is that the amp is seeing a powerful DC offset with regards to the input. So what it's trying to do is it's ignoring the remote turn on and coming on when it gets a signal. And the problem we had was, as Michael was kind of going home nice and quietly to get into his house, he shut down the car, turned the car off, and obviously the head unit was going to sleep. But it did some kind of, obviously, CAN bus messages and all that hoo-ha of where it's shutting down, and that transmitted into the amplifier as really large bass. so at stupid o'clock in the morning he had probably 33 hertz at like level 40. For about 8-9 seconds, which obviously will please his parents no end, and the street for that matter, because that Corsa wasn't exactly quiet. So I need to put an RCA converter onto it so we can basically drop the input from a high level input to a low level input, and then it should recognize that it's got an ignition feed and switch off when the ignition is turned off, not stay awake until the car goes, oh, I feel like a little sleep, send your CAN bus message, eject loads of bass, wake up the neighbours, then go to sleep. So that's this afternoon. But we've got a lot to do with the T5 first. We'll do a little montage clip and run around with the camera and stuff like that, because the bus is super nice. It's one of the best. And we need to figure out how we're going to secure these skis onto the Lotus as well. I'm kind of thinking we do have, they shouldn't be called it, and I'm not condoning this, but there are normal cable ties, right? So excuse me if you're offended, it's not meant in an offensive way. But they also do a thing called rape ties, which are basically like really, I'm not laughing, it's really brutal cable ties. They're about 10 mil thick, and they're like, you can't break them off. They're super tight. So what I might do is use normal cable ties or rape ties just to hold the skis down onto the sort of softer board, and then put a strap around them as well so they're kind of secured. Looking cool is one thing, being safe is another. I don't want them coming off and injuring somebody, so we will make sure that they're not going to cause a problem, but at the same time look amazing. And then at some point I probably need to clean it, give it a wash. That may equate into tomorrow, just because, well, I don't know, it's a busy day, we've got a lot to do. If I fly through it, we may be straight on cleaning the Lotus and everything gravy ready for tomorrow, but I don't want to curse myself by saying I'm going to do loads and then get one thing done. But on to work. I've had breakfast, I've had an egg, had cereal, made the girls some eggs. We are back up to 1940 on the subscribers, everyone. Well done. If you haven't, press that button. Support the channel, watch a video. The fact that over like 40,000 people have seen the Pioneer videos, the SP230s and the 160s. Lots of people have watched it, not many people have commented. Not many people have subscribed. And I'd appreciate if you have watched those videos, just to give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give me a subscription. I don't even care if you don't follow the videos like dramatically, but the point is I bothered to make that video for you, show me some support by, you know, giving me a little uplift. That would help. See you soon.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Morning everyone. It's freezing, so we've got our van in. We're just doing some scanning through on the VCDS, just seeing what's wrong with the codes, and the cube is being taken apart. We're getting the 10.1 out, doing all the wiring. Got to take the camera out as well, so I'm just starting that now. That's first job. Then we'll get the face kit and stuff installed in this, swap the camera over, do the head unit, and then we'll move on to the parking sensor. I think I've identified the problem. I think it's this one. When it does its first preliminary check, that one fails and then the rest of it fails. So once we've done that, we'll you know, sort the parking sensor issue out, and then last thing we've got to look at is the steering wheel. There's a lot of stuff that's offline at the minute with the central electronic system, so I don't know whether I can bring that back on or whether it's not talking because it's offline, but we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a bit. Take care. Right then everyone, so we've started to make headway into this. I've cut out a bit of this. It was a bit of a mess, lots of joints, lots of cables. So I'm going to try and simplify it a little bit and just get rid of the reams and reams of connections. So they've modified a quad lock that was on the standard Kenwood to kind of work with speaker feeds in and out from the car, as well as switching on for the ignition and a sort of power switch when you're parked. But got to reconnect some stuff, redo the speaker feeds, sort out some wiring, and get a new cable in here so we know what's what, and then start again and we'll get the Kenwood in. Got the face kit here, got the radio there ready to go, got to run a microphone in, camera, and then put the new radio in situ. So we'll do that now. See you in a bit.
I'm great, incredible. I'm the greatest you ever heard. Ever heard somebody quite like that.
Press the right hand button, see where it says the home key? That there, like your phone?
That one there?
Yeah. And then there's your main menu of your phone.
So
So if you press the left hand button that looks like a microphone,
Yeah.
and tell him to navigate home.
And get 2-for-1 cinema tickets.
Evening everyone. Say hello boys. Hello. Got John and Don with me. We are finished with the T6, T5 even. These guys are having a game of pool. I've just finished this one. So we've got, I don't know if you can see this, turn that on as well, here we go. So crushed carbon effect on all the interior, pods, table, and obviously the nice little install under here. It's got amp as well down there, very sweet. 2 8-inch Hertz and the air ride system. We've fitted the Kenwood, so the car now has the 10.1. And we just hop in here. So there's the 10.1 all fitted in. We were having issues before with the DRC controller. I tried phoning Alderson to get some advice. Unfortunately, they hung up on me and didn't want to call me back, so never mind. In with this one, we've got mids and tweets in the A-pillars, bass drivers in the doors. There is an under-seat Focal sub under here as well, which I've just found. We've done a tune on the amp to make it sound a bit fruity. We've given it a new digital aerial because the old aerial was poor. So we just go turn that down a little bit. But everything is now on and working fully. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. So we'll wait for Justin to come and pick this up in the morning, show him his new beastie. I'm sure he'll be happy with it. But other than that, peeps, we are done for today. I will see you tomorrow morning for another busy Saturday, and then we're back in with the jobs on Sunday for, well, not back in with the jobs, we're back in with the Lotus Sunday for Scramble. So I'll see you soon. Take care.
Early the next morning.
Morning everyone. It's 2 o'clock Saturday morning. Yeah, I did just say that. 2 o'clock Saturday morning. I'm on my way into work. We've got a busy day, got stuff to sort out. Just as we were finishing up yesterday, the T5 Alderson amp started flickering on and off. The controller was messing about. So more Alderson problems. I'm going in to try and figure it out. I haven't got time to mess about with it today because we've already got a full day booked. I've had one car turn up already. That's supposed to be having speakers in the front fitted, and then I've got an L200 which is coming in for a rear camera, wedge camera on the rear tailgate. And then in the afternoon I've got, what is it? Is it a head unit wiring? Is it an out wiring, or is it camera? I can't remember. But there's 3 jobs that I've already booked in today, and it means I'm going to run out of time trying to figure out this T5 problem. So I have one of today's cars already in, and I have one of yesterday's cars already in. So I'm going to go in early. I've had a little bit of sleep, so I've recovered a little bit. I'm going to be tired, but that's the joys of running your own business, unfortunately. So we're going to go in, either fit some speakers or work on the T5. I might do both, just to try and figure them out. The T5 was working perfectly fine, and then the DRC, the controller, started flashing. The amp for the front shut down, which is an 8.9 bit. I tried phoning Alderson to see if there was the power light on the Alderson can give you red flashes to give you a signal as to what's wrong. And we got really 2 faint flashes of red, or like mixed with blue, on startup, but that's all it did. It didn't actually go red, so it's not really a problem. But I phoned Alderson to try and get some help. Got to voicemail again. They didn't bother calling me back, as they didn't with the Mini either, which is predominantly why you see more Kicker products on the channel than you do Alderson at the minute, is because, you You know, if I phone Kicker, the guys in America call me back. Unfortunately, with Audison, I ring them, they don't want to speak to me, and I'm just left with a customer's car with a problem. So I've got to try and figure it out. But sitting at home wondering about it is not going to fix the situation. I need to come in and I need to sort it. So I will come back to you in a bit when we've got to the shop. We're nearly there now, and we've started one or the other. Probably going to do speakers first, and then when my brain has woken up and I've had a coffee, we will move on to the T5 as to what's going on with it, why it's being such a pickle. Fun and games. Where's my truck? There's my truck. I left the truck down here last night because we ran out of space. I took the Chaser home, which really pissed me off because the Gritter came out last night. As I was going home, I saw the Gritter being driven, and we don't want rust in the car. Right, we're at work. See you in a bit. Right then everyone, an hour and a half later we have our Kicker speaker in. A lot of trimming, a lot of cutting in order to make it fit. It's not the easiest of jobs these, because of the door card is actually part of the window mechanism. So we've got the window supported up in the air, and obviously we've got our Kicker speaker down there. Right, I'll put this back on onto the next one. Fun times. In a bit. It's 4:30 now. See you in a bit. Right then everyone, without a doubt one of the worst door panels you'll ever have to work on. These things are just, when the Spanish made these, Jesus Christ, what were they thinking? It is awful. There's no way about saying it nicely. It's a terrible door card. So we've got the window regulator bolted back in, top and bottom, under here and under here. I've then got to check everything works, because this is the bit where you find you've undone something and it's not quite right. And you swear lots. So we've got the Kicker speaker in there. Door card is back on. All the gapping is equal. That's what you want to check. Make sure you've got all the teeth in the right place where they've got to go, which we do. And I'm going to continue then to put on the rest of it, and I'll come back to you in a bit. And then we've got to start the other side. 5 o'clock. Welcome to the morning, everyone. Exactly the reason I got up early and came to work is because I knew these door panels would be an absolute pain in the ass. But the hardest one, the driver's side, is done. Now move on to the passenger side. Hopefully that won't give me too much grief. Now the idea was we were going to put components in this thing. Unfortunately we can't do that because this door card is quite open, and obviously if there's a crossover in there it's going to get wet, and soon stuff will stop working. So instead we've gone coaxials. They'll sound good. It'll be a marked improvement on the factory speaker, which was pretty toast. Right, this one is done. Move on to the next side. Hopefully that one's going to be as straightforward No messing about. Let's get the key, put it in, do a little check on the system. Ignition switched on. Yes, it is. What's beeping? There we go. Shush key. Make sure the window goes down and all the way back up without interference or clicking or any noises. Rear wipers giving it what for. And up. There we go. Front's done. Let's move on to the other side. Right everyone, 6 o'clock, nearly. A couple of minutes to, I need to get home, feed the girls, have breakfast with them, probably have a shower, and then come back to work. So, we got this one done. Stupid thing singing its nuts off. Shush, there we go. So we got this one done, speakers changed in the front, door cards back on, windows all working, everything is all good, locking is all good. Ready for this one to be done, or ready for this one to be collected. But it's one off the list, finished. I knew this would be a difficult one, so I wanted to kind of get on with it. I didn't expect it would be such an early job, but when you're up, you're up. Nobody will outwork me, I tell you that now, I promise you that. So Seat's done. We've got L200 coming in first thing, that's having cameras or a reversing camera. And then I've got something in the afternoon. Let's have a look at the diary, what have we got? Bear with me a minute. Oh yes, T5 Tony. So the locking panel on the back door has failed. Something's come undone, so I've got to look at that, and there's also a wire across the dash I've got to fix. And then at some point try and do something about this T5 that's being a mother. But for now I'm going to head home, go and see the girls for a bit, have breakfast with them, and I will meet you, come back to you in a bit. See you soon peeps, bye. Where are we at? 10:30, so we're moving on to the Barbarian. I've put the T5 out, waiting on Justin coming to get that. We've got it working, but fortunately while he was here this morning having a look at it with his mate, it was playing. We switched it off, turned it on, it wouldn't play, and then switched it off, turned it on, then it would play. So he's gonna have to go back and get the amp looked at, because everything else is there, it's working, so it's the only thing it can be really. But we've got the Barbarian in, so this is having a rear camera, so this one here has failed, or the cabling has failed, we're not quite sure. But what I'm going to do is dismantle this trim here. I'm going to put my camera on it, and we're going to run a cable in all the way through and go from there all the way to the front. Get this one working again. She's already had an aftermarket radio put in by me. Now we just need to get the camera working. So yeah, I will come back to you in a bit when this one's done. See you soon.
A few inches later.
Right everyone, hope you can hear me all right. I've just got proper goosebumps. Look at this. So I've managed to give the boy a clean. He's got the skis on it. I've just adjusted the angle so they're a bit higher up, more like the original footage. How unbelievably awesome does that look? Obviously I've got the updated headlights on this thing. Let's get it inside. Right. had a little clean, tidied everything up, getting ready for tomorrow. I'm tired as fuck. Really, really tired. Come on. He's spotless. Looking good, sounded better with the straight pipe, and the skis just look fantastic. I'm so happy with how that looks. Should get a lot of attention tomorrow, it'll be quite funny. Hope people get the reference. But he's all cleaned up, we've had a wax, he's had a ceramic coat. Now we just need to get on the way tomorrow, drop the girls off, and then go and spend the day looking at really old cool cars and talking to men with beards. Yeah, like that. And we just turn this radio down a minute so we don't get copyrighted. So the T5 has been picked up. We had the Corsa back in just to adjust the amplifier on it. The Seat has been picked up. The L200 has gone. Jill's got a car back. She absolutely loves the new camera. I've managed to give this a clean. So we are going on. It's nearly 6 o'clock. I've been up 1. I've been in the workshop 12. I've been in the workshop 16 hours today, as well as that time was eating and sleeping. I've not had any dinner yet. We've just cracked through to work, but it was worth it to kind of get this thing finished. And boy, does it look nice. I'm so in love with this car. People always say to me, would you ever sell it? And of course the answer is yes, for the right money. But honestly, there's going to have to be a lot of money for me to part with this. I'm just, yeah, it's my baby. It's what I wanted from many moons ago. When Ross took me out in his Lotus and scared the absolute crap out of me, I was like, I need to own one of these cars. And now I've got one, and I've got a cool color, the combo. Yes, it's been a bit of a headache, but you know, that's what makes the car a character. That's how you bond with them, I think, is knowing the little quirks and, you know, all of the nuances that it has, the little stuff it needs attending to, and oh, it's just the best. Absolutely the best. I'm going to shut up waffling because I sound like some sad, so, oh, look at my car. But it's cool. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's just amazing for me. So we're done. Saturday's finished. It's been a hectic day, a long ass day, and I'm looking forward to getting home, try and cut up a video and stay awake, not fall asleep. Upload the video, have my tea, go to bed, get up tomorrow morning, come down here with the truck, pick up the Lotus, and then drop the kids off, take wifey to a car show. So stay pinned. We are going to film tomorrow. I'm going to get as much vlogging in as I can. Wifey's not a big fan of cameras, so don't expect it to be like a bit of a, you know, Rod, Jane and Freddie. It's not going to be that kind of affair. She's not that fussed. So it will be me on my lonesome filming, with a hint of everything else. We may see some friends down there. We shall see how it goes. But the car's ready. I'm done. Work's finished. I'm pooped for today, fellas. Thank you for subscribing. We've had a few more increased on the list, a few more extras added today. You superstars, you, thank you for pressing that button and supporting my growing channel. Get in there quick before YouTube make you pay for it. It's one of those things. It's going to change. Get on, like and subscribe, comment. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. I love you all. Thank you for supporting the channel. It means the world. And I'll see you Monday morning, bright and early, for a little chat. Whatever that may be. I've booked in way too much work next week. I've stitched myself up. Haven't realised it yet, but I have. So next week is going to be full on, very full on. It is going to be late nights. We are going to do double shift during the day. It's going to be a hectic one. So stay tuned. Have a good weekend. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
You told me you had subscribed to ASC Audio and now you've missed an episode.